Hey everybody, again, Mark Malloy with Emerging Revolutionary War. We're still up in the Boston area, coming to you live right now from Cambridge Common, just across from Harvard Yard and Harvard College. This is a really historic place, a lot of Revolutionary War history. It really breaks out in the 1775 time period, especially with the battles of Lexington and Concord. Just down that direction, there's a great little park that talks about William Dawes, how he actually came through here on his way to warn people about the fact that British regulars were on their way out into the countryside. William Dawes, we actually were able to see where his gravesite was, which was back at Forest Hill Cemetery, which is an interesting story in its own right, because his grave has been moved a few times. But if you want to know more about Lexington and Concord, you got to sign up for our tour in October, because we're going to be going down through Lexington and Concord and check out all those sites. But after the battles of Lexington and Concord, this area is going to be taken over by the American forces. You can see the monument right behind me. This is actually to when Commander-in-Chief General George Washington is actually appointed as Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army. He takes command of the American troops here on Cambridge Common. And you can actually see the tree over here. There's a marker here saying that it was underneath this tree. I know, obviously, probably a descendant of the tree you see here, that Washington actually took command of the American Army, 1775. So once Washington takes command of the American Army, of course, this is during the Siege of Boston. It's going to last from July 1770, well, actually April 1775, all the way until March 17th, 1776, when the British are finally going to evacuate Boston City. When the British do evacuate Boston City, they leave these artillery pieces you see over here, which the Americans are then going to take. So these large artillery pieces were out there at Castle Island, which is where the British were stationed during the Boston Tea Party. But the Americans then take that into their arms, and it's one of the greatest days of the American Army. So March 17th, we all know, is St. Patrick's Day, a great Irish holiday, but it was also Evacuation Day here in Boston, and officially still celebrated as so. March 17th, 1776. The Americans retake Boston. It's still going to be in American hands all the way until the end of the war. But this is a really interesting place to really see where all this history is coming together right here in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Great site to visit. Lots of interesting history. If you want to learn more about all these different sites, especially as they relate to Lexington and Concord, check out Rob Orison and Phil Greenwald's book, A Single Blow, part of the Emerging Revolutionary War series. But stay tuned. We'll keep coming to you with more history here in the Boston area.